this point exactly what went down. Now, of course, the corporate press is in decay. CBS just announced they're laying off staff members, journalists. Paramount will be firing many people. We've seen the LA Times, even the Wall Street Journal announced they're laying journalists off. At the same time, Matt Taibbi, Michael Schellenberger, many other independent reporters are exposing more information, dropping more facts as to what went down. Now, with this report that was released through Public, that's the organization that has published the story, Matt Taibbi and I believe it's Michael Schellenberger's page, they are going to claim that it's conspiracy theory, that it's baseless. They'll say over and over again, presented without evidence. But I want to remind you as we enter this story, which is one of the most consequential and significant stories in a long time in this country's history. When and why do you decide something is true? It's a very difficult question. If I read something in the New York Post or the New York Times, do I assume it's true? I don't. I typically will run it against several other sources and try to find the first layer source material. If the New York Times says a thing happened, then I'll look to see if this is confirmed by other independent reporting. It's supposed to be that in journalism, 3 sources confirm a story and then you can run it. I don't know if we follow those standards anymore. And based on the current state of journalism, there's nothing you can do. I'll put it simply. I trust Taibbi and Schellenberger, Barry Weiss, and many others infinitely more than I would trust anyone at any corporate media outlet. The corporate press, of course, will say it's a conspiracy theory, it's debunked, it's a lie. And I'm just going to remind them, we know that Russiagate was a hoax. We know that it was not a real story. Yet you pursued it for 3 years claiming it was. You have zero credibility. And as such, if these individuals say that they have sources in intelligence who have exposed this, I'm going to go ahead and lean on, I'm going to trust them on this reporting. Here's the news. The New York Post reports, the U.S. intelligence community asked foreign spy agencies to surveil 26 associates of Donald Trump in the run-up to the 2016 election, which triggered the allegations the former president's campaign had been colluding with Russia, according to the report. Former CIA Director John Brennan identified and presented the targets to the U.S. intelligence sharing partners in the so-called Five Eyes agencies, the intelligence gathering organizations in the U.S., United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, according to a report published Monday on Michael Schellenberger's Public Substack. It's the name of it's Public. It's not a Public. It is called Public. The report by independent journalists Schellenberger, Matt Taibbi, and Alex Gutentag has not been confirmed by the Post, nor do I think it matters. If the New York Times wrote a story, then the New York Post would not even bring that up. And this is an important distinction. If the New York Times reported Barack Obama does a backflip, the New York Post will simply write that Barack Obama did a backflip. But when it comes to esteemed journalists who are working for their own publication, now it's we've not confirmed this. Sure. They cite multiple unnamed sources, including ones close to the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence led by Rep. Mike Turner, Republican from Ohio. Turner's office did not respond to the Post's request for comment. The U.S. intelligence community identified the 26 Trump associates as people to, quote, bump or make contact with or manipulate, one source told the outlet. In spy speak, bumping is when a reason is manufactured to meet with a target of interest in order to develop a relationship that could lead to intelligence. They were targets of our own IC and law enforcement, targets for collection and misinformation, the source said. Now, I want to pause for a moment. Many of you may be saying, wait, I don't understand. Who's spying on Trump and why? The Five Eyes is an Anglosphere intelligence alliance comprising Australia, Canada, New Zealand, the UK, and the United States. These countries are parties to the multilateral UK-USA agreement, a treaty for joint cooperation in signals intelligence. Informally, Five Eyes can also refer to the group of intelligence agencies of these countries. So they say it's been established since 1941. Let me tell you how this organization operates.